Mainz and Money London 2017, ladies and gentlemen, day number 3 here, and yeah, we are now with Ronald Stöferle. He's a partner fund manager of Incrementum out of Liechtenstein, and yeah, he's a well-known speaker and a well-known precious metal expert, of course. And we want to talk about 2018, what's hot, what's maybe not, and of course also Bitcoin, gold, and other things. Ronnie, good morning.
Good morning, Jochen.
Great to have you here again. I mean, it is crazy. We have met some 3.5 weeks ago in Munich at the Edelmetallmesse, and you said Bitcoin 10,000. This morning, 10,400. You have this crystal ball still?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Lovely.
I mean, yeah, it was only like 3.5 weeks ago, and I said, yeah, 10,000 is the price tag, and everybody said, okay, that's quite ambitious. I've never expected that we would see that within a couple of weeks. It's crazy. The sky is the limit, it seems, yeah. But I think it's due for a correction, for a major correction now.
Yeah, it has to.
But it's interesting, you know, at the Edelmetallmesse in Munich, but also here at the Mainz and Money, everybody is speaking about blockchain technology, about cryptocurrencies. Frank Holmes was speaking about cryptocurrencies and ICOs yesterday. So compared to 1 year ago, it is a hot topic, definitely.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely. It's getting hotter and hotter. I hear already $100,000 and stuff like that.
Only 100,000.
Could be a million. I don't know.
Thousands.
Yeah, let's come to the real stuff, because I still don't understand Bitcoin, and to me it's something like which is weird technology, but it might be the future, definitely. But let's come to the hard stuff: gold, silver, and things like that. 2018. What is your view on that? First thing, and second thing is, it looks to me like the last weeks gold tried to get to the 1300 over it. It corrected. We saw selling like $4.8 billion within 8 minutes. Phantom of the Opera, whatever it was. I don't know. What's your view on that?
Well, I think gold is extremely boring at the moment. Yeah, I mean, it's the lowest volatility for years now. As you've said, we're slightly below 1300, but the main take-off, or the main message of my presentation, was that people are expecting too much from gold at the moment. We should not forget the general environment for gold is not exactly positive, I would say. We've got stock markets at all-time highs, yeah, rising without any volatility. We've got the bond markets doing very well. We've got real estate markets doing well. We've got cryptocurrencies stealing the show. We've got North Korea, yeah. So political things are kind of an issue at the moment. But I would say that at the moment, it's just not a very positive environment for gold. We have seen 2 rate hikes this year. We will probably see another one in December. We are seeing quantitative tightening. So the fact that gold is up 11% in dollar terms this year, even though we are seeing so much headwinds, is a very, very strong sign. It's a positive divergence. So once those headwinds become tailwinds, I think that gold will really pick up momentum.
Absolutely. And so for 2018, what is your prognosis? I know you always do like 10 theses for the new year. We mustn't talk about all of them now, but maybe you can comment a bit on that. And also, what do you think might be a surprising metal for next year?
Well, I think that we have seen peak quantitative easing, so we will see most of the central banks becoming more hawkish next year. This will be the first crash test for markets in ages. It's not only quantitative tightening in the US, it is also tapering in the Eurozone. Even the Bank of Japan will become tighter, the Bank of England will become tighter. So the market that is addicted to cheap liquidity will be tested next year. So one of our calls is we're in a very late stage of the cycle. There will be recession fears coming up at the latest second half of 2018. I expect that quantitative tightening will be only very short. I think that the Fed will have to make a U-turn sooner or later. That will be the moment when gold will begin to shine. I see silver outperforming gold. We're pretty confident regarding uranium. I would say the commodity space in general, so the Bloomberg Commodity Index, for example, should have a pretty good year. And I think that volatility will come back in equity markets. Yeah, so long volatility would also be a pretty decent risk-reward opportunity at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Maybe one little comment on uranium. I know you are not a top uranium expert. That's Dr. Scherer in your team, yeah?
Exactly.
But what we saw with Cameco and also Casatom, I think those are major signals to the market, right? They are no longer willing to accept that the market is flooded and that that let's say the big traders are playing the market, right?
Absolutely. I mean that was, for us, it was the strongest sign that uranium is back. I think having a look at the stock charts of the major players, they are gaining relative strength. I think they establish nice uptrends now. There's volume kicking in, and it's still something that basically nobody is talking about. So it's under researched, it's undercovered at the moment. The market is clearly underinvested. So I think it's a great opportunity going forward.
Fantastic. Maybe you can comment a little bit more on the macro side also. Some other thesis you want to comment on you have?
Well, I think that, you know, this asset price inflation that we're seeing that was fueled by monetary inflation, this will lead to rising price inflation going forward. Now, nobody is talking about price inflation at the moment. Everybody says inflation is too low. Well, I've got a different interpretation or a different view on inflation.
Me too, buy a pound of butter
exactly,
and you will be surprised.
Exactly. So I think not only with oil trading significantly higher now, I don't see any oil bulls out there, even though I think from a technical point of view, and that's a big bull.
That's right.
So I think if there's geopolitical tensions kicking in, I see oil at 80, perhaps above 90 or even 100. I think we're seeing wage pressure in the US. Not enough skilled labor will also add to rising inflation. And from my point of view, inflation will surprise, so price inflation will surprise to the upside. So less growth and more inflation is basically the pain trade for every institutional player. Yeah, and the market is extremely, I would say, focused now on growth between 2.2 and 2.4% for the next 3 years. I had one chart. I think it's a very strong message. No economists out of the 90 most important economists of the world do see a recession in the next 3 years. So everybody is positioned on one side of the boat. Once recession fears come in, it will be a huge move in the markets.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. And anything else you want to comment on?
No.
No, that's okay.
It's Christmas season, basically.
That's right. Okay, then let's stop here. Merry Christmas, of course,
Merry Christmas.
And thank you very much for everything. It was a great year, and always a pleasure to have you here. And I think we do some good things in the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ronny. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ronald Stöferle from Incrementum AG out of Vaduz in Liechtenstein. And yeah, you heard it. The pain trade or Bitcoin 100,000, who knows it? But it's quite interesting what he said about recession or no recession. He thinks by 2018 in the second half the recession may kick in, or the fears are coming up, and he's maybe one of the only ones here out in the world who is thinking that, as all the economists, as he said, 90 of the most influential economists are positive. So we see what will happen. I like his statement on uranium. I see it the same way, and also oil very positive. That's also my kick in here. And yeah, check it out, and let's hope for 2018 going nice, and Merry Christmas and bye-bye from London.